Hey, Nick, can you explain what were the primary factors coming to Houston? What were a couple of things that really made you want to come here and just pick it up the rest of your career and come here and just add to this
Yeah,
organization?
well, I guess the biggest thing is knowing what this team is about from afar. I've always been a fan of Coach D'Amico, and I know some guys on the team. I know Joe Mixon. I know what he's about, and I watched him from afar on the other sideline plenty of years. And I know how hard he runs the ball, and I know the opportunity I had here with this team. Being an up-and-coming team, and past 2 years I really turned it on. So I know I had a chance to come here and win a lot of games, surrounded by a great group of people.
Nick, what do you say about
I feel good.
Nick? What do you say about some of the concerns that people may have about the way that your season ended in 2023 and then how it ended in 2024 with the injuries?
I would say that's all behind me, and injuries happen, and with what I did, it takes about 2 years to really get back, and so I'm over the hump. I'm back home. I was back home all off-season training, where I trained, every year since I was in high school, and I was able to get a full year in of doing the things that I do best, and so now I'm feeling good as I have been in a long time.
Your workouts are pretty legendary. Can you share what your squat number is right now?
I don't have a number. I don't have a number.
From an emotional standpoint, I know Miles and a lot of the Browns had some good things to say about you. Have you really been able to take all that in, or is it just kind of moving fast?
It happened really fast. I was at home Saturday. I got the call, and I was on a flight the next day, so I haven't been able to process everything. I've talked to a couple guys, former teammates, but I haven't really had the time to really sit down and digest everything. But I'm happy to be here.
How do you think you and Joe complement each other as backs?
I think we're great together. He's a bigger guy. Tall, explosive. He runs super hard, and I do the same thing. So I think it'll be us kind of doing that back to back and against other defenses. Yeah.
Nick, you got to watch him a little bit when he was at Ohio State in the last 2 years here. What do you think of CJ Stroud as strong as a passer?
Yeah, I know he's a ball player. I went to Georgia, so in that game when they played OSU versus Georgia, I was afraid, because he was torching them. And yeah, he's a great player. I was on the Browns 2 years ago in a playoff game. We came here and torched us again. So I see what he's about. He's a great leader. I met him, came up to me, talked, exchanged numbers. Anything I needed, he told me to let him know. So he's a great leader too.
Nick, you talk about the process, the transition. Have you been able to see what the Browns fans have been posting on social media? And if so, if you have seen it, what do you think about all that?
Yeah, of course I've seen it. I mean, we have a long history there. I came in as a freshman. I gave it my all for that team and for that city, and the fans appreciated me more than anything, and I appreciated them too. And it was a blessing to be drafted there, and that's a place. I mean, that's still a part of me, no matter what. I'll never forget my time there, and it was a blessing. But I look forward to doing all that here now.
Nick, have you had any close conversations with him about his offensive ideas? What do you think about him going into the Super Bowl?
We talked a little bit. I can tell he's a very smart guy. He knows what he's doing. He knows his stuff, and yeah, we talked about the run schemes, things like that. What his plans are. I mean, I'm impressed. I'm happy, and I'm excited.
Have you gotten a chance to? Have you gotten a chance to look at what the defensive side of the ball is, and how excited are you about just going up against them in training camp and what they're going to be able to do this year?
Yeah, I've been playing a while, so I know a bunch of those guys over there. Played against them, and I'm excited about it. Big guys up front, smart, fast, young DBs, and a great linebacker. So I mean, I'm excited.
If you had a message just to Browns fans for the last 7 years of your career,
I don't know. I'm sure I'll address that at some point. I'm not ready to do it now, but it'd be a great message. Sorry, say it again.
Can you talk about the adjustments you have to make with a new offensive line, basically? What do you have to do, how your reads and trying to coordinate with getting it there?
For the most part, it's all the same. Running the ball, the same thing I've done in Cleveland, same blocking scheme, it's the same play. So it's been fine from that adjustment.
Nick, was there a moment where you kind of said, hey, I'm back to my old self, and you kind of knew? If so, what was it?
Probably while I was at home during my off-season training. I had all my numbers that I usually do in off-season, so speed and weights and things like that. So.
What is your first impression of D'Amico Ryans, and what does it say that this organization wanted you so bad?
Yeah, I mean, he's a young coach, a lot of energy, a lot of intensity. He's young, fresh, he wants to win. And, I was questioning why they wanted me. And then I came here and I saw a bunch of guys who like to work and not talk. And I realized that I'm a perfect fit. So I realized why they wanted me here, and I'm excited about it.
Last one to have with Joe Mixon. What kind of tandem do you feel like that could be? And Do you know him well from the North days, all that sort of thing?
I know him. I think we're in the same class. I come out of high school. He should have came to Georgia, by the way, and he went to Cincinnati, and so I played against him twice a year. And I was always afraid that he would take over the game with his ability. You know, he runs super hard, and so I think both of us having those same intangibles would be tough for a defense to stop.
Thank you.